What's good, Tommy and the Hobby Hideout? Just thought I'd get back to YouTube a little bit. I've been a little AFK, mostly just because the format's been so stale, and I hadn't really think my lists were all that different from other tier lists. Even now, it's not really. I just thought I'd show you what I've been playing for the last little while. Um, yeah, I've been on tier if you can't see. If you want to fast forward, go right ahead. This is just the overview. I'm going to go in depth a little bit on the choices, though. It's a 40 card deck, pretty standard tier lineup, just a 2 Rhino. I would like to fit the third in, but I want to keep it at 40. Then you have the Shizu cards. This is where it differs a lot from the normal builds. I'm not I'm not Jesse Cow, and I can't really sequence out my mill fives in the mirror as well as others can, and I just think there's better cards to have going second than the millers. But I will say, like if you go, even if you have a shuffler and you go mill five, and then they hit a shuffler and their own mill five, then they essentially can play more than you can. It's just kind of risky to me. I don't know. This build's kind of like similar to Grim YGO's build. If you saw his last YCS top list, I think it was his last list. Yeah, I just think it's pretty cool. Then you have the 8 Bestials. Couldn't fit the ninth one in, but I am siding it. And then we have the Gammas in the main. Now this is a little different than most builds. Sorry if I sound a little sick because I've had this cough for like 2 weeks now, so I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in a minute. But but these are the Gammas. They're just good into like Flunder mostly. I really respect the Flunder matchup. That's why I'm meaning the Imperm and the Gammas. It also just helps me feel really confident going second. Like going into dice roll, I really don't care much about if I win or not. Then you have the 3 planet, the terraforming, just broken cards, instant fusion, scream. I could only fit 1 scream in the main, which is fine. Obviously, if you draw one, you can't dump the other with Beatrice, which is kind of annoying. But you lose a little ceiling going first. Same thing goes with me not manning the counter trap, as you can see. You lose the ceiling of being able to go Beatrice, dump, scream, get both counter traps. I mean, sorry, both traps going first. But you have to keep in mind, you're already going first. You won the die roll. You got decently lucky, so you're in a slight position of advantage just by that alone. And yeah, then you got the Imperms. The Imperms are just great against Kit, great against Flunder. I mean, not bad against Sprite. I mean, Gamma goes crazy against Sprite. I'm not gonna lie. Gamma's insane against Sprite. Can end their whole turn, essentially. But yeah, obviously, Imperms conflict a little bit when you have cards like Gamma and Bestials and Havness. But I've been on it for a while now. I've been on Imperm, and reason being, I just think Flunder's too scary. You have to Imperm your shit first usually, or sequence it first, or go Havness chain Imperm. But yeah, you get used to it. It's I think it's worth playing. Um, the other thing about me running Imperms and stuff is the counter trap. A lot of times I noticed even going first, like I wouldn't have a monster to discard because I'd have Imperms and stuff, and like I wouldn't have the monster to discard sometimes. Yeah, just drawing the counter trap going second is just so bad. So I just don't do it anymore. The one kit, this is a pretty standard extra. The one Ricalos, Kaleido, Mud, Garura. Garura's so good. Into Beatrice is just so nice. The Predaplant, Sprint, Elf, Dark. I mean, really cookie cutter extra deck. Redoer, Dweller, Babushka, Beatrice, Wallow, and the Zeus. Yeah, not bad. And the cool thing about our side deck is we don't have to worry. I mean, sorry, we don't have to side the Gamma, so we have a lot more room in our side, which makes it really flexible. And honestly, it's one of the best parts of this deck is the side deck. So we're doing double Ghost Spell. You could do 3. It is a once per turn though, and it just stops so much in the mirror. And going first, you can side it in, side out your Gammas, side in your bells for the mirror. It's really good. Just stopping everything, stopping shufflers, stopping bestials, stopping tier effects. It's just insane. One Soarnir, just the last of the bestials. I mean, it's good going first, good going second. Scatter shot to burn. You've got triple Dark Ruler. Cards nuts against sprites, nuts against a lot of rogue decks, a lot of Flunder. Not that Flunder's a rogue deck, just good against a lot of other decks. Now I have a 0 tolerance for any type of like floodgates, like Necro Valleys, D Fissures, and coincidentally, these cards are also just really good against Flunder. So these are just really good against Flunder. Yeah, wouldn't really change them. And then instead of playing Talents for my going first card, like a lot of people do, I think Talents is like it's one of those cards where it's like, it's situational and your opponent has to activate something. And these cards are just always good going first. They make the ceiling of the deck as high as it can be, really. So why not set them going first? Yep, hope you enjoyed the deck profile. That was really short, but there's not much to say about this deck, unfortunately. That hasn't already been said before. I will say one thing about Gamma, though. It is kind of nuts being able to Gamma, and then you have Driver as a level 6. Like, if you Gamma on your turn, which doesn't happen often, of course, but like you have a Driver, which is a level 6 to make Beatrice, and then you have Gamma, which is a level 2 to make Sprint. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. And again, this might not be the best list. This is just what I've been using for a while. I think it's really good. But yeah, Hobby Hideout out. Peace.